You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
To buy. Hi, welcome to Happy Mondays on iCannabis Radio.
Yep.
If the
How much of that was recorded when we started? Because that was great. Like, I hope that we got in that beginning gag that you guys probably came in at the middle of or just didn't hear anything. And you're like, what the hell's that guy talking about? Fuck, you missed it. You should have been here.
So, you know, I have been clear forever that as soon as this whole marijuana legalization fight is in the books and done, I have another mission. And my mission is to legalize prostitution.
Yeah.
If you want to pay for
I totally agree.
the vagina,
It's legal.
pay for the vagina. And you know what? Let's get the middleman out of there. Let's make sure that women are safe. And men. I mean, I'm not saying that the only people that can sell sex are women. We just happen to do it better. And there's there's more of a market.
The clientele, yes.
There's more of a market.
Based.
But yeah, so that's my next mission. But really, that's a whole nother radio station.
At least another show, not a whole nother station.
iProstituteRadio.com. I should probably snag that
We should snatch that
domain
up.
just in case.
You know.
GoDaddy, here I come.
There we go.
Welcome.
So look for new shows coming out soon. Spread
I'm not
the
alone
word.
in thinking that, am I?
The word is legs.
No, I mean,
Leave it to Jeremy to always take it just a little further than I'd intended.
Yes.
you can put
I've got
prostitutes anywhere.
we've got lots of jokes still lined up, so we have not gone too far yet, trust me.
Ronell, you said you could put prostitutes anywhere and what?
And it would probably like enhance the situation. Like prostitutes anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're watching a baseball game. 2 prostitutes walked in. Amazing baseball game.
Sounds like a joke.
Have you ever
Sitting
seen
at a bar and 2 prostitutes walked in. The first prostitute orders
a redheaded slut.
Right. There's 2 stories being told. I'm going to a baseball game today. Boring. Or I'm going to a baseball game today with 2 prostitutes.
Woo!
Which story do you want to hear?
Don't you believe that we should legalize prostitution, Chloe Villano?
Yes.
All right.
Hello, love me? Okay, I gotta call you back.
Oh, damn, she's on the phone.
This is a good.
Wait, no, let's talk to him. Let's talk to him on the air.
It's crazy.
That's okay. You know what? We just started, and Ronell and I were in the middle of talking about prostitution when the
good.
cameras started rolling, and so we had to continue talking about prostitution. So that's where we are now. Chloe Villano from Cloverleaf University has come in to talk today about the 3rd annual, I cannot believe it,
I know.
Cannabis Business Awards. And we're going to announce the top 3, well, maybe if we get all the votes counted. It sounds like there may be some hanging Chad issues, maybe.
We have a few categories that we're not going to make it to, but we have almost everything else.
That's super exciting. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. We're going to talk about what we're thankful for because, you know, that's what we do. And mine's really easy, but I'm going to make you wait for it. I would be thankful if we had internet connection on this computer. That would make me even more grateful and thankful that technology can be useful all the time instead of just most of the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, what are you going to do about that, right?
Yes.
What are you going to do about that? So
We at some point we have to bring up we don't have to talk about it very long, but we just got to bring it up because it's like the Ferguson decision is coming out in 39 minutes.
Oh,
So-
they dropped an hour on when it's going to come out?
Yeah, like earlier today they said 9 p.m. Eastern, so that's
Okay.
39 minutes from now. So
those of you who have been living not just under a rock but underground and underwater,
right.
the grand jury came up with a recommendation this afternoon as to whether or not to indict the officer accused of killing an unarmed young African-American man in the small town of Ferguson. And this happened months ago, and this has taken
August 9th.
ridiculous that here we are, the end of November, and we are just determining whether or not...
That we can't even figure out if we're going to file charges.
Did you see Wanda's post?
No, what did she say?
She said, you know, the first year that this happened, she was sure there was going to be a conviction. And then the second time it happened, she was sure there was going to be a conviction. And she said this time, because of the track record, she's almost sure he's going to walk. And she doesn't know whether she's angry.
Well, there's no conviction yet. There's not even charges. This is just to decide if they're even going to charge the dude.
I
He
know.
just may be like,
This isn't the first, second, or third time though. This is probably
That's
like
right.
the 20th
Well, I mean,
thousandth time.
famous time, you know.
Right.
I mean-
No, not even
It's so
famous time. You know,
sad.
it's time that it's made the news. It's like the only reason why this made the news is because people in this little town revolted.
Well, and this is one of
and-
those things that'll end up in a history book, just like Rodney King. You know, this is this generation's likely to
Emmett
be
Till.
this generation's Rodney King.
You know, it's really sad that we've got that people feel so dissatisfied and that they can't put their faith in the justice system.
Because the police are never seem to be held accountable. They get suspended with pay. Or,
You know what? To me, this is more than the police, though. There's a grand jury right now who's determining whether or not there's enough information to move forward with an indictment. So it's gone beyond the police now. Now it's jurors. It's kind of regular people who are making this decision, and if they can't come up with the only right answer, which is to file charges and indict this man, I'm done. It's time to move. It's time to move.
It's,
I don't know where to move to, but
it's an ugly situation. And then it's like where I saw something where Rudy Giuliani said that this isn't even the issue. The issue is that like black on black crime is more the issue than this. And where the guy he was arguing with was like, no. When black people shoot black people, they go to jail.
that's right.
This cop shot this dude and went on vacation. Paid vacation, might I add.
Yeah.
And I think he got married this morning. Not sure if that was a.
Shut up. That's not true, is it?
I think, man, I read a
Look that-
thing on
look that
HuffPost.
up.
He was about to marry his girlfriend.
And so really quick before the grand jury comes back, let me hurry up and tie the knot.
Not sure if it was.
And
I-
if I'm
not sure
the
if they were-
fiance,
if
I'm
they
like, ooh,
got
that's
married.
romantic. Let's do it.
I'm not sure if
Right?
they got married or if they were. I don't know if they got married physically or if they were getting married. That was what the. I didn't read the entire article in its entirety, but
Well, it's interesting because this information kind of came out this morning that the grand jury had made a decision, and they've been talking now for hours about when this press conference is going to take place. So here we are. It is 6:20, 6:30 Mountain Time, and so 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 whatever Midwest time. And they keep pushing back this press conference. And I'm not exactly sure what they're concerned about, because if there's going to be rioting in the streets, it doesn't matter what time this press conference is. People are going to be upset if the right. If
No, in 5
decision
minutes,
isn't made.
the governor is supposed to talk for like the 6:30 to 7 hour time, and then all hell's gonna break loose. I have a feeling.
So is he the one who's announcing the grand jury?
I do not know.
Okay.
I watched something this afternoon when I saw something somewhere that said that they had reached a decision, but they were going to announce it later. So I turned on the TV, and the only thing, or the first thing I really found was Al Sharpton doing a show on, I don't know, one of the channels, and he was interviewing two other guys. And all three of them, none of them, they all agreed that they don't think that any charges are going to be brought up tonight.
Oh my God.
And then they gave good reasons why. They went in, and I wish I could remember
You mean
it.
good reasons like our friend Wanda who was basing it on history, or good reasons like there are legal reasons why there
No,
isn't
they
enough?
they pointed out the reasons. No, not like good reasons why they're not gonna, but good reasons. They explained it well, and it said, okay, well that makes sense, because the main question was, have you seen anything like this before? The way that there's a grand jury, that they're going to deliberate with no information. They're not being led in by any attorneys. They're not, it's just like, here's big piles of evidence. This is what the law is. Go and you figure it out. There's nobody in there going, now this man should be tried and blah, blah, blah. And this
Right,
man
right.
there's nobody doing that.
Okay.
It's just piles of paperwork. Here, jury, do your thing. Good luck.
because it's a bunch of white people that control 20,000 black people, and it's a bad situation. Like that, it's so ugly how
It's like
this
66 people control the whole state.
53. There's 53 cops in the city, and 50 of them are white, and there's 22,000 people in the city, and 78% of them are black. It's disproportionately controlled.
Just a little bit.
It has like that. It has like a slave master kind of like rule to it, where like the people on horses rule. I don't
Well, it'd be
Quite not.
interesting to see what the
People are
composition
sick
of
of
the
being
jury
persecuted for their skin color.
It's on actually right now.
Yeah, and they're just sick of it. It's abuse, and it's years of abuse, I think. And finally, they just want to stand together to stop it because it's real.
And and to kind of bring it back to I mean, not relating it to cannabis, but we can look at the fact that it feels to me like in this country, every time we make a tiny step forward in one area of personal freedoms, we take 20 steps back. It's like we can't somehow the universe in this country doesn't allow for everyone to feel some sort of movement in the right direction. It can only be some people sometimes, and it's ridiculous to me. I wish that it made sense somehow, and we could say, oh, we'll apply some logic to it, and so therefore all we have to do is unscrew A and rescrew B because that's how easy it is. But it's not. We're undoing years of people's bigotry and misunderstanding and miseducation. And trying to redo that. And that's not something that just happens when you say, hey, you're a dumbass. It's like, oh, now I need to train your daughter because your daughter learned from you. And your mom who taught you, she needs to be retaught. And
Right, it takes generations.
it takes generations. Mm-hmm. It takes generations. And I thought that we were in the place where my generation and the younger we had made some strides, that we were done getting in each other's business. We were done being bigoted. We were done worrying about what other people are doing all the time. And we were just...
Women don't even get paid the same as men for doing the same job. Now, if that's not even the case in 2014, almost 2015, then why would we treat somebody with different color skin any better? We can't even treat somebody with the same color skin with just different body parts like an equal.
I mean, gay people are just now able to get married. Think about that.
Right.
That's
silly.
crazy to me.
Just moments. Like it's been a minute and a half.
So you know what's really
same-sex
funny
marriage has been okay.
is in 2089, 2090, 2091, at the end of this century, people are going to look back at this like we look back at the beginning of the 1900s and think, oh, look at those prohibition times and all those dark, weird times when they had the recession and all these archaic laws, and look at how they still treated their women and blah, 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 because it's just...
I hope so, because my fear is, like I said earlier, that every step forward we make, we have to make a matching step backward, and so I hope that at the end of this century, we
have
look
made
back,
some progress.
Yeah, we look back and we say, oh my God, they were so ridiculous back in 2014.
Right.
On that not so happy note.
Wait, we can end it on a happy note before we cut to commercial, if that's what we got to do.
Boobies?
Because in 5 years and a little over a month, we're going to be in the 20s again.
What does that mean in the 20s? Like the roaring 20s?
Right. Look at how many
I could
20s
totally
parties
do
there
that.
are.
I could totally do that.
Way back in the
Flapper girls.
20s. No, it's now. It's coming up in 5 years. So we're going to be in the modern day 20s. That's going to be kind of cool.
Oh, that'll be cool. I have to
So
think about
see,
my outfit.
Much happier way
Much
to end
happier.
the break, or to go to a break.
And on that wonderful note, we'll be back in a minute.
The law offices of Edson, Maiden, and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On Grass. Runongrass.com.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
Oops. Mine. It's mine.
It's-
Hi, how are you? Sorry, we're back on the air.
Not only are we back, but there's...
So I thought Pancho may possibly fix
are we
the
gonna
Wi-Fi.
be able to get into the Wi-Fi so I could see who nominated who?
Well,
Yeah,
the
you should-
regular Wi-Fi works. Oh no!
Yeah,
If you haven't
yeah.
logged in before, you don't get it because we don't know what the password is. It's a series of
Yeah,
numbers
Chris
and
does.
letters.
The other Chris.
Oh, did we figure it out?
Yeah. So
What is it?
so are we recording right now? Okay. This is good stuff.
We love the shows where we're not live because we just
The Wi-Fi password.
wing it.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Chloe, why you're here and what's going on, and we will be able to, after the next break, get you in so we can talk about who the highest nominees are. But Chloe Villano from Cloverleaf University, welcome.
Thanks.
It's so good to have you back again. It's been a few months since you've been
It
here.
has.
That's not good.
I know,
good
it's
at all.
not good. It goes too fast.
It goes too fast. Last time we had you was right after you were in People magazine in that freaking hot dress. I thought you were going to wear that tonight.
I know, I wanted to. I can't walk in it. I need someone to carry me to my car and drive me.
It really does look like a fruit roll-up wrapper.
Yeah, if I move, like if I answer my phone, the whole thing shifts. So
That could be fun and funny.
It could
but
be.
maybe not for you.
not for me,
No.
for sure.
But tonight we're going to talk about the third annual Cannabis Business Awards, which are, it was fantastic to come up with something that allowed the industry to honor itself. As well as patients and consumers of marijuana in Colorado, to be able to really appreciate all the work that people have done, not just for the folks who get paid to be in the business, but for activists and for people who are, thank you so much, who are working hard on innovative products and brand spanking new things every single. I mean, this burgeoning industry that we are a part of has people inventing things all the time, and so this is an opportunity to be able to really celebrate that. And the nice thing is that the awards are nominated by anyone. Anyone can go ahead and nominate people for any or all of the categories. And then once those categories receive their nominations, those nominations close, and then people get to vote on them. So you get every opportunity to vote, and I get the opportunity, and so it makes it really wonderful. And the past 2 years have been really exciting. The events have been well attended and fun and funny. iCannabis Radio won last year for Best Media Source. That was pretty exciting. We have a really cute trophy in our front trophy cabinet. So tell us about this year's event now that I just stole your thunder a little bit. Sorry.
No, you did really well, actually. And you are the co-host of the event, so you can still thunder for
Thank
sure.
you.
I wanted a place where people didn't have to pay to win, that they could actually win because they were good to people.
Are you talking about a cannabis cup kind of thing? Is
Yeah,
that,
something where people actually were appreciated for what they do.
Thank you.
And it's very rare in this industry. A lot of people are working so hard and they're so beat up from so many years of, regulation and compliance. And, it's all happened so fast. And I know that just as the businesses get going and the people who really built this industry, 5 million people flooded back in and, started trying to grab it, whatever. And so a lot of times all the stuff that these people have done, it gets shoved to the side. And I wanted a place where we could honor them. So, we did a nominee. So the best 3 people in each category will get a chance to be voted on.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So what are the categories?
We have best publication, most influential individual, most valuable nonprofit, most valuable media source, most valuable cannabis activist, most valuable cannabis business, most valuable cannabis advocate. It's a difference between activist and advocate.
One gets paid and the other doesn't? Is
Yeah,
that-
pretty much.
Yeah.
Most valuable education institution, but it's actually educator. So it was printed wrong on this because I want to give people, the individual credit for what they do as well.
Nice. I like that.
Most valuable cannabis industry organization, political industry representative, infused product manufacturer, most influential individual, invention of the year, best medical center, best retail center, cultivation master of the year, extract artist of the year, bud tender of the year, manager of the year, product of the year, and then of course we're doing best concentrate, edible, and flower, and then we give 5 MVPs.
It's so much fun. It's so
Now,
much fun.
What are those? So when you, because I remember seeing that when I filled it out the other day, and
I know some people were like Bruce Banner. We're like, we can't give Bruce Banner a trophy, but if you put like the clinic, we're talking about who has the best weed in general.
right.
Or, there were a lot of nominees in that category.
And that's what makes it this fun, is that everyone gets the opportunity to be able to participate, to be able to honor what they think is best. Because even if they don't end up getting the most nominations and getting voted on, they still get the opportunity. They still get their name. You get to see when you're voting the percentages. At least that's how it worked last year, right? That's
Yes.
how it worked this year too.
I think so.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
It's real open.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of knows where they're at. And
Yeah.
they could push it a little farther. And that's what I wanted it to be, is real open.
I was excited.
It is exciting. I
It's
love it.
2 weeks and 1 day.
And I just
22
went
hours,
and got
22 minutes.
I just went and put together the trophies today, the very final. They're platinum trophies this year, so
Woo.
they're just awesome.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
tell us about the actual night event. It's on December 10th.
Yes, at Castleman's, and it'll be at 6 p.m. till like 10. And we'll have red carpets and snow globe trophies and chocolate fountains and food and champagne flowing. So it'll be a Christmas party.
That's
and we
nice.
have a few VIP tables available. So if people still want those, they should probably get those now.
That's awesome. What time will the awards start, do you think?
Probably around 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
And then we do the auction after for the Cash Hide Foundation. So anybody who wants to donate anything to the auction, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and how do they do that? Who do they need to get in touch with? What do they
It's
need to
all
do?
on our website at cannabisbusinessawards.com. And then Nicole West, who is my bud tending professor, she is taking donations at her dispensary.
Nice.
It's a mile high one, and there's so many mile highs. I'm trying to think of, I'd have to look on my
It's okay. They can
computer.
start by looking at the website,
yes, it's all on there.
cannabisbusinessawards.com.
Yes.
Cool. So let's take a quick break, if that's okay, Chris. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we will come up with the nominations for most of the categories, the top 3 nominations for most of the categories, right?
Hopefully, yeah, if we can get logged in.
Okay. You're listening to Happy Mondays on iCannabis Radio, and we'll be right back.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com.
The law offices of Edson, Maiden, and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
Hi, we're back. I was just going to say, I'm really messed up on time because I don't know what time we started. I don't know what time we're doing. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
We're just making stuff up tonight.
Hey, bro, there's some class.
It's just tough. But anyway, we were talking to Chloe Villano, who will be right back, about the Cannabis Business Awards on December 10th, 2014. The Cannabis Business Awards are presented to cannabis industry businesses, individuals, and organizations in both medical and recreational sectors, as well as ancillary industries. Awards go to those deserving of historical recognition and esteemed accolades. December 10th in Denver, starting at 6 o'clock. The awards will start about 7 o'clock. Pretty exciting events. It's really nice. And I think one of the things that's really fun about this event is that so many people attend. And while this is a relatively small community, the fact of the matter is lots of us don't know each other. There are people that are really involved politically. There are people that aren't. There are people that have big businesses and small businesses. And this is an opportunity for all of those people to kind of meet face to face for the first time. I know that every single year I have met people that I had never met before. I maybe had heard their names, but had not met them before. And so I'm really looking forward to this event. Plus, it's fun. I mean, it's fun to give awards. It's our version of I don't know, the Oscars, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm not sure what the Oscars are. I don't watch enough TV.
The Oscars are what you get for
Movies?
Movies, yeah.
Movies, okay.
The Oscar goes
'Cause
to.
there's the Oscars and Golden Globes and Emmys and.
I thought that was classic. I just thought that was classic.
Best direction in the film.
Pancho knows. But this is, I mean, getting nominated. I mean, I was just really pleased that we were nominated last year, and we were in really good company. The Westward does an excellent job of providing news and media information about the cannabis community.
Well, and
but we won.
There's new
Yes.
competitors this year. There's like iBake. I think they're still doing something. There's another. Wow. Holy crap.
So my dog has decided that he's afraid of virtually everything. All of a sudden, especially.
Was that Boone?
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah.
You, that little dog, you made
I
that
know.
noise?
That was a
I
good
know.
howl,
He's
actually.
like, "Oh!"
Did you get connected?
We
Are
did.
you
Let me see
connected?
if I could get on. Hold on.
Okay, so we were just talking about how fun it is that people in the industry who maybe have never met each other before, this is a great opportunity to put a name with a face with a name, for the first time, because we don't get the opportunity. There isn't. I mean, I guess you can talk to one another and meet one another at the Capitol when you are getting ready to testify against some stupid legislation.
But you're not in a positive frame of mind. I've never been in a positive frame of mind standing in there, knowing I'm going to go up and talk to idiots.
Right.
Like, it's so hard.
I know. Well, and certainly there are. This year has been the end of the smoking events, so a lot of the ways that people would socialize with one another have really limited themselves. So we find ourselves hanging out with the same people, which
When
is
even Amsterdam, the I don't know if you heard, the High Times Cannabis Cup in Amsterdam got shut down this year.
this is
So,
the 27th year, 27th year.
Cannabis Cup, and
Yep.
the police are like, "No, we don't like your
pot smoking kind.
pot smoking kind. We don't like your mellow, calm coolness, and you're spending your money at our restaurants and shit."
What
Right.
laws are they breaking by having the Cannabis Cup in Amsterdam, though?
So you can only possess 6 grams.
Oh, snap. Okay, that's a big
So we'll
difference
start with
there.
that one.
Yeah. I mean, because you think I got an ounce in my pocket at all times. So that's.
I have it in my bra.
You are a better person than I am.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be gross? Could you imagine someone whips some titty weed out? That would be-
Titty weed can't be that bad.
What is that? That
Ball bag
areola
weed.
gold? That's the areola gold? Let me get some of that.
Why is it all wet? I don't know, breast milk.
Hey, break it down, roll it up.
Okay, so did we do a good job wasting some time, Chloe? Are you ready
Yes.
to? Okay, so tonight we're gonna get to announce.
We're going to announce a few categories.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It'd be too long.
Yeah, way too long.
No, it's so fun. So fun.
we'll go. How about most valuable cannabis activist?
Yes.
What I thought was cool in this is we have a family. One where the son got nominated, actually second to his mother, and that was Landon and Sierra Riddle.
Cute.
So I thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
Wayward Bill came in, and then Diane Fornbacher. So
Excellent.
that was really awesome. And then we have most valuable print media, which we have the Westward, the Cannabis Post Denver, and then our most valuable media source. Is that what it is? Yeah, most valuable media source. We have Westward, the Cannabis Denver Post, and then iCannabis Radio, and then One Blunt Radio made it.
Woo! I love those
That's
guys.
really cool.
James at
Who's
One
here?
Blunt. He is my buddy. He's also. Well, I won't tell what his real job is because I don't know that he would want me to.
He's also
But
a pool cleaner and he's a milkman. I'm just kidding.
he is such a fun guy. Such a fun
He's
guy.
the guy
Good
at
for
your
them.
house when you're not there.
Most valuable nonprofit.
Yeah,
we
let's
have
hear it.
in C4 CPR, Normal, the Hope Foundation, and the Cash Hide Foundation.
Excellence.
So that's.
And by the way,
awesome.
we are going to sway your votes. I personally am going to sway your votes, both for some organizations and against others. Not when Chloe's here, but I will do that later.
You guys want a job? You vote this way.
Right? We did get most valuable political industry representative.
Nice.
Jonathan Singer, Mike Donovan, and Sean Coleman.
Excellence. I like all of
that
those.
is
That's
awesome.
exciting.
Best flower, so I could know where to go for the
That's
next
still
couple
in
days.
counting. We have
I was gonna say because all three of those will be good places to go.
serious things to count.
So let me just
throw
make
a
sure.
suggestion my way so I know what to break up.
Green Dream.
Right? The nominations are closed.
Yes.
Nominations are closed.
Okay.
So
Nominations are
if
closed.
anyone was going to go and try to, the nominations are done for this year. But we'll be back next year too.
Yes. Yes, and there will be a huge announcement, and we'll put them all on Cannabis Business Awards within 24 hours.
Although the link still works, so don't waste your time filling it out. It's not going to count.
No, not the nominations, but the voting will be working.
Right. Well, the nominate section works still.
Does it?
Yeah.
Too bad, so sad. I mean,
So I'm just saying, just if you guys do it now, it doesn't count. So
Yeah.
just don't waste your time. It's
Yeah.
already been
And then
done.
the
You missed
people
it.
like that vote for themselves, but they don't even put their name. They just put myself. We can't take your votes. Get a life.
if you're voting, I mean, fine, vote for yourself. Like I'm all about, like promote yourself, do it. That's part of how you become successful.
But this is about giving to other people. This event, and
So I can't go. The best weed in the city comes from a basement.
No.
Well, you can get your buddy to
you
do
can
that
say,
though.
You
can
can
get your buddy
say
to nominate
the best master grower, Ron Easy. You could say that absolutely,
But if
Ron.
nobody likes you, then you don't make it. That's the whole name of the
Right.
game.
But my weed that far.
Poncho's like,
You
I'll
know?
do it.
I got some good weed though.
Right?
Right. But you gotta promote yourself, or all of your followers need to go and vote.
True. I
Yeah.
understand.
What
I
else?
would have voted for you if I would have ever even seen it.
What else
mean-
you got, Chloe?
The Clinic and Kind Love have made Best Flower, so we're still waiting on another one.
Nice.
The clinical win. They always do.
We have some really interesting nominations for coming in for our MVPs too. Some really awesome people that haven't been nominated.
The
'Cause
next
that can
year,
be
you
anybody,
guys,
so
I have a
that's always
suggestion
fun. Yeah.
for a category next year. That I just did this. I just smoked some of this stuff. It was called caviar, where they take the weed, they dip it in
sorry.
hash, and then they roll it in keef.
Are you new to this?
He
One,
sounds new to
I'm
this.
new to buying it. I had never purchased it like that. I probably had done it before in my pot smoking day. You know what I'm
you
saying?
would
But
know.
then- But
You
when
would
you go
know.
to the store now, they're like, "This is caviar." Like, is that what you call it? Fine, sell me one. And
Tell me what. I'll have one marijuana.
I'll have one marijuana, please. So I think next year throw in best because honestly I've been seeing it. Like I've been to about 3 or 4 dispensaries over the past week. Got a bit of a problem, and I've seen the caviar in all of them. Like you guys didn't have this a week ago, and so I guess it's becoming.
Here's
a
what's
new.
so sad. This is so sad. Ronell, get out more. Because if I know about this stuff, if I could buy one caviar and I know what it is, I could make it.
I didn't know how ubiquitous it was around. When I had seen it. When I had seen it the first time, it was basically because we took weed, we dipped it in hash, and then we rolled it in keef. Not because they were selling it to us. So when they had the display, it's like somebody fried a chip and whatever and called it a potato chip. Boom. When they put it in a bag and displayed it at 7-Eleven, that's when I was like, give me a pack. And
Right.
so that's
Right.
what happened with the caviar. Now,
So can I ask this question though?
Mm-hmm.
If you wouldn't call it caviar, I don't think people would get as excited about it.
let
Let me just say, if you said, "Hey, this thing is all full of shake and stuff,"
If it's weed dipped in hash,
Unless you
rolled
were
in
like
keef.
a MIP and you couldn't sell any wholesale weed. And I used to tell them, just take off the shake and put it back on. Now it's caviar. There you go.
Hey, it was
Yep.
fascinating.
Shit came in handy.
to
yeah, exactly.
How much more
Exactly.
high it got me? I would say about $3 more because that's what it costs, but I don't really know.
Right.
But
No, it was about $20 probably more than regular.
I don't know.
Weed.
Well,
They just sell that shit for a lot of money.
Yeah, because it takes a lot to.
You have to dip it in oil
Dip it
and
in
then
ha-
put keef on it, right?
Right, it's laborious. Absolutely. I mean,
One hit and you're on the floor for 4 hours of that stuff.
the person who sold it to me, I know personally, so I got a deal. But I mean, it was.
don't you get a deal anywhere you go?
Do you have any more?
No. I try to make that disappear as fast as I can.
Ronell's not about leftovers.
No, I am not. I'm for sure gonna buy another one.
Nice.
One more marijuana. Please,
Please,
sir.
yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God, we are so funny when we're not getting internet access.
It's amazing how the personality comes out when you need it, right?
I tell you what. Any other categories that we want to?
Yes, we want to hear them all. Anything that she'll say.
How about products? Do you have product of the year?
You know, we don't have that done except for one category, and that was Mary's Medicinals patch. That actually won. We had so many nominations for that product, which is so crazy because everybody's
'Cause it gives
parents
people
in
a
my
rash?
life, I've been giving
What is
patches
it?
or stuff because they're scared really to swallow it.
It's like a nicotine patch.
It's so
except
funny
it's
because
got-
every time I go see my friends that used to be, my older friends, their moms are asking me for marijuana now because they don't feel good. And it's like, I always know. So, we had that funeral a couple weeks ago. So I saw all my friends' parents and they were all coming up to me and asking me, if they had anything to help their aches and pains. And, so I'm pretty much hooking up all my friends' parents with marijuana now.
And can you elaborate? Tell me what this is. This patch that you speak of.
It's a Mary's Medicinals. It's an actual...
It's a transdermal patch.
Like an icy hot with
It's
the
like a
buds?
nicotine patch, but it has CBD
Yeah, but it's-
or THC in it, and you
But
just
it's for
apply
relief.
it.
I will
like for
warn you.
pain
Oh
relief?
yeah. Well, you also get high.
Oh, whoa, strap me up.
Yeah,
I mean-
I have one at the house
It gave
I've never
someone I
used.
know a horrific burn, like rashy, awful burn for days and days and days. That's good.
Was it
bad.
because of a reaction to it, or was it something they were putting in it?
It was. They were using. They were using.
Don't you hate that? That's happened with like every single one of our businesses because we were just kind of thrown into this.
Well, because we don't test things first because
And another
there
thing
is.
the
no
adhe-
time.
The adhesive.
Yeah.
I know people. I remember I was reading that they were given like the icy hot patches. The people were having an allergic reaction to the adhesive.
Sure, lots of
that
people
they're
do
sticking-
that.
So I don't know what they're using compared to what
Right.
the mega national company was using,
Right,
but I
right.
definitely seen the adhesive.
maybe you
irritating.
need to have them on, and you guys need to all put on patches.
I mean, I'll strap one to my forehead if you're telling me it's gonna take me
I
to.
think that's worth
Oh,
it.
I would too.
You know what I'm saying? Jimi Hendrix,
I'm in.
trying to
Everyone
get
on
my
your
Jimi Hendrix
forehead.
on.
How do you want to get?
I'll be like, I feel so much better.
Right. No aches and pains here. Thank you.
Right.
Well, that's pretty cool. What about, I was going to ask about, did you have the nonprofit? Did you say that already?
Yes, the best nonprofit we have.
And no, I think you already said that. I think that was C4CPR, Cash Hide, and then
Normal.
and
Hope Foundation.
And Hope
For all
Foundation.
four, because we had a tie.
And
Nice.
then, can you elaborate on
Which
what
is
the,
Jason Cranford.
Nice.
I believe that's the right name. I'm like looking at these, and she told me, she said, please double check all of the spelling in here because they're definitely not spelled right when people nominate them.
Of course.
So-
right.
and the MVP awards? What are those?
Those are
Great question.
Yeah, the 5 people who've done big things, but they're not, they don't have their business or they're not attached. So maybe they work for somebody, maybe they're just donating their time. So really anybody can win a most valuable player award.
All
And if you make a lot of money, you can win one too. I mean, it just depends on
Making a lot of money.
It depends on who you influence. It's more about being an influential person in these awards in a business that really pushes it forward.
Understandable.
The other thing that I want to say about, the awards are fun and it's a good time. We're funny.
We are.
Chloe
We're funny
and I,
looking at least.
right. We're not the funniest ones on the stage usually.
It's usually Robert Kane. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
He's so good.
He's so like these jokes. Like, where does he get these jokes?
I don't know. And sometimes we get them. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we actually laugh
It
at
can't
them.
even- they're so funny when we do because it's so ridiculous.
It's really fun. It's an exciting event, and we want everyone to come. So you can get tickets
On
online.
our website, cannabisbusinessawards.com. And you can still, or not vote, nominate, but you can vote.
Yeah.
So within 24 hours, check the site because all the names will be up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really fun. And can't you vote more than once too?
No.
No, you can't vote more than once.
No.
I feel like maybe I did that once.
So you can only vote on the nominee.
Almost everybody got excited last year. We had so many votes that were double, but
I think I might be. Don't let me vote. I don't get to vote now because I voted twice last year.
well, you should vote still.
I don't think I get to. I think I've used my votes.
Oh, you've already used all of
No,
them
no.
for like the next 10 years.
I don't know about that, but maybe.
Now we know how you won.
Yes, right. Right. Whoopsie.
Too bad you just got your trophy too. It was in the trunk for like a year.
Remember that? We just got the trophy out of
These
Chloe's
trophies
car.
are sick
Yeah, like-
this year.
I can't wait to see them.
They're
I'm excited.
amazing.
I'm excited.
There's been some crazy stuff that we've done this year. You know, I mean, this is the year of recreational marijuana. How much did we do in taxes? Like 17 million?
Way more than that.
So there's
Way
some
more.
pretty...
It's high. Like they've done
Yeah.
well.
Ha ha ha! That was a good use of the
So
word.
schools are getting
Hi.
books, eh?
Schools are getting nurses. How about that?
Whoa!
better
We
be
used to
getting
have them. What, they got rid of them?
Oh yeah, schools now share a nurse. So a school might have a nurse for an hour a week.
If you don't
An
pay for
hour
your
a
kid's
week?
lunch ahead of time, they won't let your kid eat. Haven't you heard that?
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
That's dirty. I mean, my daughter, I sent her to school with her lunch, but I mean, I pay for lunch too if she
I
doesn't
would
want to.
give a student my lunch before I would let a child go hungry.
Just to be clear, that at
I
least
could
in
never
Denver,
let that happen.
They have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that they give to kids if they don't have their lunch or they can't pay for it, but they can't do that long term. So once my kid ran out of lunch money and it didn't automatically pull out of my account.
You sent him with a debit card?
No. They're crazy. Sorry. No, he has an account. He has an account, and when it gets below a certain amount, they just automatically refill it from my checking account.
That sucks. Like,
But that's actually great. I mean, because then you don't
Well, 'cause then I
forget
don't-
to
yeah.
pay it, and then your poor kid goes hungry because you have
Or he
a
goes-
pile
and the-
stuck on your desk. You know.
And the lunch lady says there's no money in your account. Can you imagine what that does to a
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I would be in jail for going in there and kicking her ass for not
Right.
feeding my kid.
Like, feed
Right.
my fucking kid, damn.
no,
Yeah.
I see how it works. I just couldn't even fathom just being that kid that my mom gave $2 to, where when I got there, paid for my lunch, blah, 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 whatever. Now my mom going, it's coming straight out of my bank account. Like, what?
But you know
What
what?
about these honey buns? What about these chips? What about that
One
slushy?
thing-
Put that on the account. I love this lady.
It's true, right? You just go over there. But like, just because you work hard and you own a business, that's not everybody gets ahead. Like, I know people who work 60 hours a week for somebody else, and they struggle, but they still work just as hard as anybody else I know. And sometimes it's really hard, single parents. So, I mean, there has to be programs, especially educational programs. And that is the best thing about legalization of cannabis, is that in Colorado, we are bringing in enough money to make sure that kind of stuff does not happen. We don't have to tap into our resource funds. We could build them up, in
Well,
case
and how
we need
crazy!
to.
I mean, you don't even know that schools can't afford nurses. I mean, it seems ridiculous to me that a school wouldn't have
It's
a
like,
nurse.
why does everybody at school have Ebola? Oh, well, we didn't know. We couldn't afford a nurse.
Right.
Or
Or lice. I mean, being more realistic, how about lice?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Breakout just happened at my little niece's.
It's, and
It's not as prevalent in the black community, but I have seen it. Like the school that I went to, Corey Elementary, it was a breakout, and they took all the kids out and left me in there. I was like, you're good. Like, what?
but that
Like, right on.
what's interesting is that lice does best in a clean environment. So if your kid's hair is a little bit greasy, you're less likely to have lice.
Ooh.
So then
I add
when Junior
grease.
comes home and says, why are you not showering,
Yeah,
Junior? Because I don't want lice, Mom.
So gross. Anyway, I mean that is a great thing about legalization, is that these things that we should take for granted. We should take nurses in schools for granted. We should take infrastructure for schools for granted. Now maybe we can get back to where we do take it for granted. Thanks to selling some caviar.
Yes.
One
marijuana
at a time. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Well, we should take a break because I think it's that time. It's not that time. It's that time. I mean, it's that time for me.
Well, it's been 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since our last one.
And then we're going to come back and we'll wrap up, talk a little bit more about how to vote and those kinds of things, and then what else is happening on iCannabis Radio, provided we can ever get back on the air.
Yeah.
This is Happy Monday.
And Georgia, and that's Jeremy. And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
The law offices of Edson, Mayton, and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Thank you so much. This is the we never set the date. Today is the 24th of November 2014, which means that it's just a couple of weeks before the Cannabis Business Awards, December 10th, which is a Wednesday.
Damn!
Oh!
So this is what they look like this year.
That is so pretty. Can
They're
we get
platinum. They're actually so classy, and I think I'm going to do like black lettering with maybe gold on it.
Nice.
Can we get a camera shot of this one? This prettiness.
First preview.
Oh, look at that. So nice. You know, and here's what I like about these trophies. They're not just beautiful, they're functional too. Because I don't know about you, but I walk past the snow globe and guess what I do to it? Shake it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, how nice is that? It doesn't just sit.
And if anything happens, I mean, we can repair them, too. So, but I've also got.
If you end up dropping it on the floor
Yeah,
because
if
you
you
shake
break
it
your
too
snow
much.
globe.
Yeah.
If you
If
break
your
your
wife
image,
throws it at you.
the only thing I wish we could do is smoke. I wish I could make them so you could smoke weed out of them. And I've sat there and talked to him for hours about it, but it's just at this moment we haven't figured that out yet.
I think it should be black with gold with green lettering.
I think you should
No,
be.
I don't want green.
I think you should be able
I
to smoke
actually
out of
put
it.
green. I put really light green dust in here. You couldn't see, but I chose all the colors, and it really.
Last year there were a couple of leaves in
They
there.
were purple.
But I mean, in the
I put a clover leaf and a pair of red lips in every one.
yeah, nice.
It's my little trademark.
It's awesome.
I was like, you don't have any teeth, like lips with teeth, do you? Because like I have a lot of teeth. They're like, no. I'm like, fine, just give me the lips.
I have a lot of teeth. I think you have as many teeth as everybody else.
Yeah, but I mean, the lips aren't the same without the teeth. Adam's always like, we need more teeth in there.
I love it. So exciting.
Yeah.
So again, December 10th. Give us the web address and tell us when people can start voting on these nominees.
Within 24 hours, we'll have the voting sheet up, and it's www.cannabisbusinessawards.com.
That's so exciting. Tickets are on sale on that website as well.
Yep.
6 o'clock to
10. I mean,
yeah.
you can stay and drink later, but that's like when the event is.
Here's the other thing that I like about this event. Have you ever been to an event that started at 6 and by 9:30 they still hadn't started doing what they were supposed to be doing?
Yes.
Yeah. This is not that event.
No.
No. You do a good job of keeping people on task.
I walk in like barely to make it, and then we hurry up.
This
It's always
year,
this
that
year.
is the same night as the Polaris Science Fair, which ends at 7:30. So I will be hauling ass over there at 7:32,
Yep.
just as a warning.
And we usually do. I mean, we start the awards usually around like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's about the right time.
Yeah.
And then they go till about 10. And then we do an auction, and that takes about half an hour to like 45 minutes, and then we're done.
And that's really fun. And it's really fun. It's a good event. As always, Castleman's treats us very well. Yeah.
We love it
So,
there.
and I haven't been since they've kind of redone it a little bit.
I know, me neither.
I'm excited. How about you?
I haven't had any break time since I think 1/1/2014 to
Right.
go out.
Right.
We had the burn decomp at
Oh, yeah.
Castleman, so that place, when I was there last, it was chock full of laser beams.
Nice.
I don't think that's going to happen on the 10th.
There's going to be a lot of lights, though. I mean, it's going to look beautiful in
yeah.
there.
Yeah. But we're not having a light show. Just don't
No.
get confused.
No, I'm not bringing my laser.
Because we're not burners.
No.
No, I don't even know exactly what that means. I know I'm not one.
No.
No.
But you could be.
No. Chloe, what's going on with the university? Give us a little update.
It's amazing.
Yeah, when's your next class? Do you have that off?
You know,
top of
I
your head?
don't actually have the schedule on me. We
Sorry.
just made the schedule, so that will be up on the whole spring and fall schedule will be up on our website at cloverleafuniversity.com. And we are doing a conference on January 17th, 18th, and 19th. On the 19th, we're meeting at the university. We're doing a responsible consumer symposium, and we're having a lot of educators. We're going to bring out a few government officials, and we're going to do a march through the university for Martin Luther King Day, you know, also in respect to what's going on in Ferguson. And I think that no matter what happens, we have to remember that we can't have hate. So we have to stand together, and the only thing that really can push out hate is love. So, you know, no matter what happens, if we still stand together with love, I think eventually that we can change this.
No place for hate.
That is going to be an amazing date. I want mothers, teachers, anybody who wants to know what cannabis is to be there to attend that event and come be there with us at the university on Historic Day for Freedom.
That sounds wonderful. Absolutely. Check out Cloverleaf University at their website, Cannabis Business Awards as well. Anything you want to say before we go over what's happening the rest of the week on iCannabis Radio, which is our station?
Nope, I got nothing to
And
add.
a nominee for Best Media Source.
Right.
Previous winner.
winners.
Yeah. So actually
rocking it.
we're defending our title.
Right.
You guys have a lot of people listening too. Tell them to vote for you.
Votes. Vote, people. Apparently I can vote once.
All right, we can only vote one time, so you need to help.
Yep.
Please.
Yep. Vote. Actually, you know what? I mean, as much as I loved winning, and that was wonderful. Vote for whoever makes the most sense to you. If you think we're the most valuable media source, we appreciate that so much. But you know what? We are in great company, and so vote for whomever you think really helps the most. It just motivates all the rest of us to want to do better.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, Chloe Villano, thank you so much for being here tonight. As always, this is a pleasure, and we are really excited for the event. We will all be there, right, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, we'll all be there. The rest of the week on iCannabis Radio, of course, Wednesday from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. is
The Adam Dunn Show.
The Adam Dunn Show. Hemp Connoisseur Magazine Show from 4 to 5 p.m. on Thursday. Jeremy and I will be back next Monday.
Which will be the beginning of December.
Wow.
Holy
December 1,
moly.
actually.
So we'll be kicking off December.
We'll be kicking off Happy Mondays in December, so don't miss it. We want to thank our wonderful sponsors, Edson Maitland and Matt's, Nodo Urban Garden Supply, Medical Marijuana of the Rockies, Run on Grass, and my favorite sponsor, Cuffle Collimore and Company, for all of your insurance needs. Check out Clover University and CannabisBusinessAwards.com.
Cloverleaf.
Yes,
What
and
did
if
I
you
say?
go to cannabisbusinessinfo.com,
Cloverleaf.
you get to all the websites. That's
Awesome.
our main spot.
That sounds perfect. Say it again.
Cannabisbusinessinfo.com.
CannabisBusinessinfo.com. Check it out. I'm Georgia.
I'm Jeremy.
And for everyone here in the studio, which is extraordinarily hot tonight.
It's because you're wearing a sweater.
I know I should have worn a camisole or something.
Right.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Have a beautiful night.